Hey everyone, welcome back to SOVL. I'm DisturbingPuppet. So we're going to be trying out a new faction today, at least one that I haven't tried yet. They're not that new. This is the Dark Elf equivalent, so the it's Duskwater Elves, something like that. We'll take a look as we go in. We're going to try the campaign out with them. We're going to start today and we'll finish it in the next video. So there has been an update to this game, at least one since I last played, and now you have a vision of your little guys, actually, like little miniatures on the board. If you don't know what this is a basically mostly free game. Most of the factions are free. Some of the ones are paid DLC, and it's very, very influenced by the old Warhammer Fantasy miniature game. So it has similar rules. It's not exactly the same. I'd actually prefer it if it was exactly the same, but probably licensing and trademark issues and that kind of stuff. But it's definitely pretty fun. So let's jump on in, and we are going to go down to Darkborn. I was thinking it was Duskborn. It's Darkborn Elves. They're dark elves. They're just dark elves. I actually think Duskborn might be a little better for copyright issues. So we can go Noble or Priestess as our leader. That does look really cool. But we're going to go Noble because I do like having my characters actually able to do a lot of damage. So we'll go with that. So we have a choice. I don't know what my retinue is, and I can't see my own stats. It's something they still need to do, and especially when you're recruiting, I'd like to know what the stats are. So we have an option of spears. If I had to guess, this is probably my retinue is already spearmen. So let's grab crossbows. And then raptor knights. I mean, that sounds pretty awesome. Um, Riders, Dreadguard. So if I had to guess, these are like heavy cavalry, these are light cavalry, and these are halberd units. Halberds in this game are actually really strong against multiple, like big multi-health, like multi-health point enemies that have a lot of armor because the halberd negates really high armor essentially. So it makes it so the maximum armor save you can get is a 4 or better armor save, so 50% chance. I think I'm going to take the Raptor Knights because it's nice to have something a little faster out there. So that's what we're going to go with. So we have our Noble, we've got our Raptor Knights, we've got some crossbows. So we'll take a look at our army before we jump into the first fight. All right, let's go ahead and just jump into the army view here. Yeah, look at that. We've actually got like little models and stuff. That's really cool. All right, so our noble actually is with some cavalry. I didn't expect that at all. All right, so our noble himself, hand weapon and shield, swift, so extra movement, and exploit weakness. Commander and retinue get +1 attack if attacking flank or rear. Activates once per battle. That's pretty conditional and would be quite difficult. He does have pretty decent defense because of the hand weapon and shield. Not that strong overall. Very good skill to start with, though. So that is a nice addition. So the Darkborn Riders, hand weapon and shield, they have light crossbows and are swift. So even though it's a light crossbow, 24 range, power's only 3, so it doesn't hit super hard, but it's a nice harassing weapon. Hmm. Okay, interesting. Take a look at our crossbows. So these are regular crossbows. We've only got, well, we start with the 4 skills, so it's still pretty good. The regular crossbows also power 3. So we don't lose any power. I'm kind of surprised. I think in Warhammer Fantasy, the crossbows had a strength of 4, but I could be wrong. Like bows were 3 and crossbows were 4, but had a much shorter range. Um, I could be misremembering, and it could also depend on the edition. Anyway, yeah, not too bad. The range is pretty good. We're very mobile. Raptor Knights, we've got 5 of them. Hand weapons, shields, heavy armors, so really high defense. Start with the 4 skill, 4 power, and then with the charge they'll get even more, 2 attacks each. Yeah, a pretty good, but we're very, very mobile. But yeah, I do really like the models appearing here. That's really cool. All right, back to the map. So what we want to do before we get to the final boss, I always like to hit one of these camps so that we can recover some losses before we get in the final. So we want to kind of stick to this top area. We've actually got a couple camps. If we don't need to recover losses, we can get XP. So that's always a nice thing. So we can kind of take any route we want to start with. We just need to head up this direction. So what do we want? Events can be really good, and that's what these dice looking things are, but you sometimes need cash. We do start with a little bit. I'd like to maybe, like, we can buy additional units. So we have a couple things or a couple things. I mean, either way, it's pretty similar here. It's just event first, then fight, fight first, event. So we could do kind of either one. Um, yeah, let's do this route. So it's fight, event, fight. So we'll do that. And I've noticed that the fighting just some roaming brigands, the background music for whatever reason just sometimes doesn't play. All right, so we've got our deployment phase. So yes, we can zoom way in if we want. Take a look at our guys. Very cool. I do think the detail's actually pretty nice on them. I'm surprised it's as good as it is, honestly. All right. So what do we want to do? Pretty open. We do have this terrain we can't go through. Let's put the crossbows kind of central because they're going to shoot at like a forward 90 degree. It's not like 180 or anything. It's a 90 arc. We could actually go, let's do a little further over. That way we can kind of cover most of this. And then we'll go with knights and you guys here. Yeah, we'll just do that. These early fights aren't too bad. Usually pretty easy. Okay, so what do we have on the other side? So we're looking at Imperial Swords and Imperial Archers. Now, I do have this turned on where I can see these guys all the time. And if I hover over, it'll show. You can change that in the settings, so when you zoom out, it'll just change back to the cavalry symbol, and kind of the name of the units and stuff will be there instead always. So you can do that, so it only shows up when you zoom in, but I kind of like it. So since it's a new feature, we'll stick with it. Okay, so your swordsmen, archers, we can look at their stats if we want to. Pretty good defense. The archers, what's your range actually? You've got longbows. To be careful we don't hover over anything. Range 30, power 3, so exactly the same as my crossbows. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's have my knights make a move. We're just going to charge on out here and start angling in their direction for kind of a frontal attack. Let's see. So that's my charge range, and I can look at the enemy charge range, so I just need to move up a little bit more. And I'm now already in charge range. We would go to the front here. I'd have to be past like the 90-degree line to get a flank charge. We might have had the movement to do it, but I think if we maneuvered out and turned, you lose so much in turning that I don't think we'd actually make it. So I just want to move up enough where I can charge him, he can't counter-charge me, which is pretty easy because we're cavalry and they're infantry. But they will move on their turn, so I do want to be a little careful. I want to be just like barely in range, so I think we'll go there. Yeah, so now they might be able to countercharge me. It's a little bit unclear in the situation, but I'm actually way closer to getting a flank off. And fortunately, your units do block line of sight, so we might be able, if you guys have a ton of movement, maybe we can get out and get shots. So if we try to shoot, yeah, we can get some shots with these guys. Long range, so probably not too great. We needed 4s or better. Okay, so they hit us with 5 of their shots. 4s to save. We didn't save much of that. We lost a whole bunch of my crossbowmen. That's unfortunate. So we'll activate you, and let's just shoot, I think. We could move up and get better shots at the swordsman, because we totally failed our shots there. If we move up just a bit, a little tiny bit more. Now we hit on 3 or better. Let's just do that. Land 4 hits, saves all of them. 3 or better save. Quite good, because they've got more defense than I've got for my attack power. I think we'll kind of hang out, because we'll have them engaged very, very soon. So we're just going to get ready to go deal with the archers in the back. I just hope that I don't get ruined. My defense is only 3. Their defense is also 3, so we should do decent damage to each other. Like, we look like we're heavily armored, but we're not actually that heavily armored. So I'm just going to call that good. So they are going to charge me, so unfortunately we are close enough that we can do that. I could stop them from doing that. So we're going to intercept them and countercharge them, and then you're going to... Oh, wait, too far over. So now I can't charge them in the front. So charging my leader into the flank, so they're going to be stuck, so they can't actually make the charge. So that's all the charges I can do. So we'll go ahead and do that. Rather than just countercharging with my knights, we'll have kind of my light guys go in on the flank on them. Shots in. We do take 4 more hits. Lose 3 more guys. That's pretty brutal. Taking massive losses there. Alright, since we have a clear shot, let's just move in. I don't know if I can turn and make it through here to get up at them. We could try to go behind and get over. Let's move up. Just light them up. We only get 2 hits. Saves 1. Alright, let's activate our knights here. Like I said, I think we could probably get through. It would also block him from shooting at my crossbowmen. Can I get through there? No, not quite enough space. If I go up a little bit more, kind of zoom in and see if we can turn it and get through here. Yeah, we can. It's not liking it too much, but we can do that. Is that within charge range? Yes. I'm not blocking these guys from getting shot at, but we're in pretty good shape to tear them apart. We are getting a flank attack off, that's right, so we can use my ability, so I might as well. +1 attack for flank or rear, so yeah, let's do that. So we have... Is that just me, or is it for me? Yeah, commander and retinue, so that's pretty good. So I get 4 attacks here, 3 are better to hit. 3 hits. Take out a couple, my retinue. Come on, 7 hits. Not terrible. Take out a whole bunch of them. Only a couple can fight back because we're on the edge. They roll 6s, which is kind of crazy. 3s to save. Hey, we got our saves. Nice. Break, and now they're in the way of me charging the archers. Super helpful. Thanks. Appreciate it. Okay. Can I still make a charge? Yes, we can. Okay. Charge there. Can you charge the flank? You can also charge the flank. Nice. So they are absolutely screwed. I would think like if a unit moves through another unit, it should wipe them out. What we can do here, just to pad our stats, is let's just shoot these guys. Get 3 hits on them. Drop only 1. That's fine. Okay, we're going to start with my leader. Valerion Black Frenzy. It's Edgelord, Mick Edgelord here, our leader. Okay, 3 attacks, 2 hits. Take out a couple. And then it's switching, so instead of my retinue going, so there must be an order. There's no initiative stat in this, which I think would be interesting, but your damage is simultaneous, so even if you kill somebody, they still get a chance to roll dice against you to kind of make things a little bit fair-ish. And no, I can't zoom in from here. At this point, I've been trying to zoom in to get a closer view of the battle. But anyway, my knights charge, 3 a better hit, 8, very nice. They need 5s to save, they get a couple, like the 1 guy left, so they still got a chance to attack back. 4 hits, make a couple saves, and then we'll finish them off here for sure. 9 out of the flankers, excellent. And that's it. First battle down. We did lose a whole bunch of crossbowmen to their archers, though. Because, yeah, we look really armored, but we're not. So it's something I got to keep in mind. I keep thinking, like, oh, yeah, we've got plenty of armor. Nope, no, we don't. Okay, let's take some replacements there. We'll take cash, and we'll take cash here as well. I want to be able to buy another unit. So yeah, we'll go event, fight, hopefully buy something. Forgotten Tomb. Your army has found a forgotten tomb in the wilderness. Does it contain ancient treasure or slumbering evil? Form a search party to investigate or leave it be. So this we do want to do because it will give us a nice ability. So we'll send some people in. There's just a chance that some people will die. That's unfortunate. So let's send, say, like 6 of them and maybe a couple of them. So we lost 1 ranger and 1 crossbowman, so not too bad. We get 135 gold, very nice, and we get Heartseeker, +1 to hit rolls, so that's on my leader. So my leader is now way stronger. Some goblin raiders. We've got a nice little patches of forest and stuff here. I think let's put the crossbowman here. Hopefully not much out here. We can just kind of keep our distance and shoot. And then I'm gonna have you here because we can always shoot, kind of move and shoot. There's no like shooting as you retreat or anything like that. And turning around, there's no like about face order as well, and it takes a lot of your movement to move around and turn your back to somebody. We'll go ahead and call that good. Alright, for goblins, we've got a goblin mob, and some goblin shortbows. Okay. I don't think we can see them because of the woods here. We could just soften them up. I think we'll do that. What's my range like? We can move up a little bit and get a 3. I can't look at it now once we're in the movement. So let's play it a little slower. Tiny bit more. So it kind of jumps ahead with my mouse there. About there. Still 4. There we go. Want to stay at long range. We get 3 hits, a couple saves. We only kill 1. That's too bad. Because I want to bring the knights in to do most of the fighting. Let's take a look at the goblin mob. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. Checking out the goblins. Check out the goblin archers. Yeah, very nice looking. I wonder if these are art for the game or if this is something that was like a asset pack. Because they do kind of have a theme. Like, they don't look like they're from different games or anything. We'll go ahead and stay there, I think, because we're already in charge range, so yeah, that's fine. That mob creeping around. We probably can see them. Let's get the knights coming in here. So we're just going to hit super hard with these guys. Goblins aren't really going to hold their ground very well. Okay, we'll just go there. Outside of charge range, we can charge, though, with either one of these guys. He is getting shots off. Only 3 hits. 4 to save. Come on. Okay, we do have 1 guy drop to the goblins. Yeah, so we can hit them. We can hit either one we want to. We're going to engage them with the cavalry here really quickly, so I think we probably want to pare down the short bows. So I think we can probably get you to charge them, I think. Be able to do that. So I think we'll just move up and try to take shots at the goblins. Well, I don't know, we've got better skills, so we might be better off staying at range because their accuracy is going to be really terrible. So let's just stay here and shoot. See what we can get. 4 hits. He's rolling crazy good, like both fights. Really good armor saves. He needed 5s or better and got 3 6s, which is bonkers. Alright, fine. I'm not going to move up. So I wonder if it'll stay in the zoom. I mean, I can't see much of anything here, but so you can charge either one. So you charge them. You get a nice flank charge off there. Could barely fit in there for the models. Shots coming out, 3 hits. Only 1 save. A couple more archers dead. Archers, I mean, they're not archers, they're crossbowmen, but just getting slaughtered here. Let's try the long-range shot again. We land 2. Kill a couple. So yeah, like their shots, they need 5s to hit. We need 4s. So like I should be hitting a decent amount more than that. All right, let's see what happens if I try to zoom like way in and go done. All right, we want to activate my ability, don't we? All right, trigger it. Yeah, it's going to auto-zoom us out, and then I can't zoom in more. All right, our Steel Cloaks, Raptor Knights, charging on in, so we get the charge bonus, so for this turn, we get additional 3+ to hit, 5 hits, 5+ to save. They got a couple. 4 hits back on us, 3 or better. You take 1 damage, doesn't kill anybody. We win. They hold. They rolled Snake Eyes like they're not going anywhere. But here we should do a ton of damage. 2 or better, so my leader gets 4 hits. That's a couple. Then the rest of us attack. 8 more. 7 more deaths. Couple attacks back. Make 1 save, so we get a little bit of damage. We won by a ton. You should break. Yeah, there's no way you can actually... How much you lose the fight by dictates like what leadership role you need. Okay, I can't charge them. These guys are in the way, and the woods are in the way. We might be able to maneuver out to get crossbow shots at them, but these guys are going to block. If we try to move this direction and shoot, we can't shoot through these guys to hit them. So we'd have to roll out this way, turn, and get shots. We might have the movement to do it, so I think I'm not going to attack. The AI usually doesn't ever rally. You can rally guys that are broken. You have a chance. You make a leadership roll. But we're not going to charge. Shots incoming, couple more hits. We get 1 save. It's another guy dead. We might as well make the shots with them before we do anything else. And we can go ahead and move in, because we're going to bring these guys over. I just need to make sure that I'm not in the way. Still 4. Going to angle a little bit. There's 3 or better. 3 hits. 2 saves. Yeah, they're rolling a ton of 6s on their saves. Something changed with the dice. I feel like the dice are against me in this one. Alright. So yeah, I can't see them, so if I don't do anything... Oh, I can! That's odd. They must be far enough in that we can actually shoot through there. That's bizarre. Usually, the terrain always blocks, so I don't know why we can actually shoot them. Huh. Let me see if I can move over. So if I head out... I don't know why I can... I mean, we can go into the forest and stuff. I think we can see from here. Yeah, alright, light them up. 3 more hits. 2 saves, 5s and 6s. Over here, this should be fun. We don't have the charge bonus anymore, but we're still way better than some goblin mobs. 5 hits. Couple saves, surprisingly. 6 hits back at me. That's a bit rough. We need some saves here. We do lose quite a bit. It's a draw, actually. That's pretty rough. Can I charge through here? Yes, we can. Alright. We have the movement. We can actually charge through the forest. We don't have any abilities for that. We're just very, very fast. So you lose like half your movement going through difficult terrain. So, yeah, we'll do that. Another flank attack off. Then I'm gonna bring you guys over this way in case we need it. Like, we might actually break here, so we'll just be ready to shoot. We can't shoot into a combat. Come on, guys. 2 hits. It's 2 dead. 4 hits back on us. Take 1. We do win by 1. Come on, fail your leadership. There we go. Knight's in trouble there. Here, this should be no problem, especially with our leader. Leader alone, 3 hits. They need 6s and they get 1, so it's crazy. 9 more, 7 hits. Alright, they're all dead. The one guy swings back, he's got a 6, man, that's crazy. And we get our save. So yeah, we're getting chewed up a little bit. And I think it's like we're actually kind of lightly equipped. To get some level ups. We automatically get some models replenished, not too many. You guys are fine, give me cash. Crossbows. +5 range, that's pretty good. Extra base replenishment, so this is what we get automatically at the end of every fight. I think the range might be good, because it also affects our minimum is like half. So having 5 extra max range means 2.5 range of an increased chance to hit. So we'll take that. Give me replenishment. And for our knights, these all kind of suck. I guess we could take, I mean, the discipline's already really good. I guess we'll go replenishment. So we should get more at the end of every fight, potentially. So we've got the option we can max out here, so we'll just max back out. So if we lose models, we can just replace more, potentially, at the end of the fight. All right, we've got a decent chunk of cash. Let's see if we can actually buy something. Get another unit. Okay, yeah, we've got plenty. There's always some really cool abilities and stuff. What I might want to look at, just banners for the crossbowmen, no armor or anything. On my knights, lance and shield, I think that might be good. +1 defense, charge bonus, +2 power. I think that's probably worthwhile to do if we can afford it. That's 40. Okay. So we've got witches, a chariot, and dreadguard. Witches, I'm assuming, are kind of like the 2-attack units that the elves have. So I'm going to pick them up, I think. The Dreadguard could be really good too, though. With them, they're kind of a glass cannon. They do a lot of damage because they have 2 attacks each, if they're like the elf equivalent, but probably don't have much in the way of armor. You know what? I've just talked myself into Dreadguard. Let's take Dreadguard. And then let's go with the Lance and Shield. Command, extra discipline on my noble. 2-hand weapons. A great weapon, but then I lose my shield. It's kind of random what's going to pop up here. I'll take the command because it gets it out of the way. Maybe something else like extra attacks will pop up, which is what I'd rather have as we level up. And I think I'm going to save the money. So we'll go from there. All right, let's take a look at my army. So we are kind of banged up. So Dreadguard. Heavy armor, fearless, ignore all penalties to discipline tests. So they are more likely to just fight forever. And they do have the halberds. So saves against a weapon are never better than 4+. So no matter what your armor is, even if you normally would require like a 6 save, instead it's 4 better. So the halberds are able to do that. We can widen you guys out maybe because we're using the crossbows. I think only the front line can use the crossbows. I'm not 100% sure on that though, with the cavalry. I think the first 2 for infantry, but I'm not sure if it's the first 2 for cavalry or not. So we could go wide, we could go narrow. I think we'll go narrow here because these guys, we're trying to get flanks off with them. Okay, next fight. Some orc raiders. Zoomed way out here. All right. Let's go with the Dreadguard middle. So archers / crossbowmen on the flank. Actually, we could do something kind of odd. We could do something with our knights too. But we could also do that with you, and you're a bit more narrow, so let's do that. Alright, looks like we've got a chariot, some boar riders. So we'll take a look at all the units and stuff. Boar riders. Orc warriors. I'm assuming it would show the different weapons. So like them, yeah, they've got hand weapons, shields. Whereas, yeah, you can see the halberds. The models do look different. Somewhere back here, we've got our chariot, hand weapon, crushing charge, skull splitter ambushers. So these guys can actually charge pretty far. I think we want to wait for you to move before we do anything there. I'm faster, right? So I should have... It looks like because I'm wearing heavy armor, my charge is not very far for these Dreadguard. I think they can charge further, I think. But I am going to move them up to kind of accept the charge, if we have to. Okay, you're going to try to mess with me, cause problems. So I'm going to have my knights theoretically deal with that situation. I don't think I can get into a counter. This building blocking. So I don't think I can get to a flank. I'm just going to test it and see what I can do here as far as like weird positioning. I think we'd still just end up charging each other in the front, so it's not a huge deal. But yeah, I'll go ahead and push up like that. He's got nothing else that can really do anything there. So here, you guys just light them up. I actually got 6 hits. 3 are better save though, so we did drop one of them. 2 for the cavalry have 2 health each, basically. I can't charge this turn, but we can kind of block and unleash my crossbows. So we'll just charge each other. I'll make it so there's no possible way he can get around, and we'll unleash some crossbows right in their face. So, hi. The distance you charge doesn't really matter. I'm just limiting because he can't move around somebody else. So crossbows, point blank. Got 1 more of them killed. So yeah, we rolled 6. So yeah, front 2 can shoot there. So yeah, we do have a bit of a problem here with the Orc Warriors, I think, but everything else we've kind of got handled. Obviously, we're going to countercharge. And obviously, we're going to countercharge. Here, you're not in range, so that's it. This is going to be a bit rough on us, though. Okay, can I get you... If we turn... It's blocking... So if we go a bit further, we've got to move, for sure. Get to about there. I still can't see you. Probably I don't have a shot. Yeah, unfortunate. So we can definitely charge each other here. So I don't think there's really much reason for me to move. I can't, like, if I try to about face and move, and then the about face and another about face would pretty much use all my movement, if not all more than what I have, just to do that, let alone take a few steps backwards. I wish there was like a retreat step, like stutter step back or something that was like reduced, where you could just sort of everyone step step, back a little bit kind of thing. But there's nothing like that, so you have to totally about face, move totally about face kind of thing. So we're better off just staying put. So we're going to take some damage here probably. Well, only 3 hits. Hard for us to save. We do get 1 save. But we should do good damage here. 6 hits. Excellent. Yeah, you're dead. We lost 1 of our cavalry guys to take out the chariot, so that's not too bad. Here, my leader alone. A couple hits. 2 saves. That's unfortunate. They get 4 on us. We need 5s to save. We lose 1 guy. And these are just kind of skirmishers, so a bunch of saves. We actually lost that by 1, but we've got leadership pretty high, so we hold on. Okay, so they're going to go ahead and do the charge. I can intercept them, so that's what I'm going to do. And then I can charge them, so they don't get the charge bonus, because I'm stopping them from charging by slamming into them, but I'm still going to send the Dreadguard in anyway. Nothing for you to do, so that's fine. I don't have to send the Dreadguard in. It might be better not to, but there's a lot of Orc Warriors there, so I want to kind of whittle them down a bit. You guys, let's just kind of hang out in the back. Can't shoot anything. Alright, come on, see if my leader can at least get some hits here. 3 hits, excellent. They made 2 of the 3 saves. Counterattack, it's 3. Save a couple, nice. Alright, they're gone. Because we just have, like, nothing that great. So our halberds and stuff here, 3 are better to hit. 8 hits, very nice. We've got 5 skills, so we're really good at attacking people. It's a little hard to hit us because of the skill. So they needed 4s to hit me. 6 hits. For my save, I need 4s. We lose an entire line of guys there. So yeah, with our lances and shields on a charge, we're really good. 6 power here. 3 a better hit, we get 7 hits. You actually got 3 saves, surprisingly. 1 little counterattack, and we save it. So we won overall by 3. They break. Good deal. We did lose an entire line of our Dreadguard there. So they got pretty wrecked. Alright, let's level up Edgelord, make Edgelord here. Attacks, that's what we want. More attacks is fantastic. Alright, and our retinue here. Each earns 1 gold per enemy killed in combat after each battle. That's interesting. Extra move or replenishment. We're already pretty quick. We could be even faster, which would help for trying to get flanks and stuff off. I kind of like this Slavers, actually, because it gives us, even if we don't get replenishment, we're always getting some extra gold from them as long as we're killing stuff. I don't think that's going to count for anyone my leader kills, only for the actual regular guys getting kills. So I will try it. We'll give it a shot. Alright. And you guys are down a few. Yeah, let's get you back to full. Let's get some guys back. You just give me some cash. You just give me cash. Okay, we've got another event. Then we can replenish. Angry giants are rampaging in the area. Take them out for a reward. 1 magic item for your commander. Yeah, it's definitely worth doing. Angry giants. Giants are rough, though. Our Dreadguard and our Knights are going to be the main ones who can do good damage to them. Everybody else, keep some distance and hope for the best. So we might do the Dreadguard, crossbows. Too close? You don't like being there, huh? Hang out. And you're going to cover that. So looking at that lane, looking at this lane, looking at that lane, basically. Ooh, we got 2 giants on the right. That's rough. Nobody in the middle here for us to really do anything to. So if we can lure them out, maybe we can get in here and take some shots from the forest. These guys' charge range is pretty big. Not exactly a fan. Okay, this is bad enough that we're gonna immediately send you into the woods to try to get over here to help out. So now he's already in charge range for next turn. Yeah, we're gonna turn slightly, move in, gets me the 3 or better, light him up. 7 hits. He's got a 2 or better save, makes all the saves. Yeah, this is going to be rough. The halberds are going to be probably our best bet, and charging. So you're going to have to deal with that, unfortunately. So you now head this direction. Yeah, this is not great. You guys... Crossbow, give it a try. 5 hits. We do actually do 1 point of damage. How much health do you guys have? 8! Okay, that's pretty rough. This could be a really difficult fight, actually. We might be able to get him to break. We're going to move in so you can't really charge anybody else. Okay, I don't necessarily like that. We're already in charge range here, so I don't need to do anything. Just let him move if he wants to, I guess. Okay, so here we can actually get a charge off where he can't do anything about it. I don't know that we're going to do that much damage. Here we're just going to countercharge and hope that my leader can do good damage there. That is about it. Okay, that's kind of scary. Crossbows, light them up. 6 hits. We actually failed a couple there, which is nice. Immediately try to get away. You guys move in on him. It's my charge range. Yeah, we should be able to charge him there from the woods. Okay, this is going to be kind of rough. 2 or better to hit. We actually missed an attack. 3 or better save. He saved everything. 3 hits. We need 6s to save. We get no saves. These guys are going to have a hard time. This armor save is going to be so good. 3 or better to hit. We get 7 hits. 3 or better saves. We actually did a bunch there. 4. He rolled pretty badly on his saves. He did hold, though. But we did a lot of damage. Over here, I'm really hoping we can do some good damage. 3 or better to hit. Come on. 7 hits. 4 or better save. We do 3 damage. He hits us 3 times. We get a couple saves, so we still win the fight. Come on, break. Ah, he held. So this guy is at 5 out of 8 health. This one's already down to 3. So probably okay here because my leader can deal with it. This could be rough. We can countercharge that, so we're going to. And I've got nothing else I can do. No other charges. I can attack in close combat with these guys. If we move them in on a flank or a rear or something. Is it actually better that way? I think it is slightly better that way. Nothing I can shoot at, though. Hope for the best in our fights here. Come on, give me some hits. 3 hits. We missed 1 again. 3 saves. It's unfortunate. He only hit me twice. That's good. We get double saves. Awesome. Come on. 6 hits, fails some saves. Come on. Failed 2. So he's got, I think, 1 health left. And he didn't break. Over here, 5 more hits. Couple more damage to him. 2 hits on us. And we don't save either, so it's a draw. This will be a bit more interesting. You only got 1 hit. That's nice. We can save on a 6, and we do. Lucky, lucky guy. All right. 6 hits. Again, he can only save on 4s. We actually get 3 hits off. We win by 3. And he holds. So they're holding. But you're at 1 health. We actually did pretty good damage there with these guys. We got really lucky. And you're down to 3 as well. I think you're probably going to be the last one alive here, honestly. I don't have any charges I can do. I will bring you guys up so that we can potentially charge into the flank here if we need to. Even from here, I think it'd be kind of cool if, especially for big targets, even if it was only big targets, that if you had like a flank, you could still shoot. Or like flank or rear. If you were in the flank or rear of a big target, even if they were engaged, it'd be cool if you could still shoot them. I think that'd be nice. All right. Come on. 4 hits. Good start. There we go. He's dead. He still gets his attacks off, though. 2 attacks back. We save 1. So we kill 1 giant. Over here. Come on, you're riding literal velociraptors. We get our maximum hits. We do a couple points of damage. It's not enough to kill him. I think he'll be at 1. Lose 1 more cavalryman. It's a draw, but he's only at 1 health now. He's only got 1 hit. We make the save. These guys coming through clutch here. Come on, guys. Only 3 hits, though. Ooh. He does make a couple saves. I think he's only down to 1 as well. He does hold. So yeah, I think they're both at 1. Yeah, they're both at 1 health now. So I probably don't even need to charge in, but I can. I might as well, just in case things go horribly wrong, to guarantee he's going to die. You can ride through the forest. It just eats up a bunch of our movement. Could try to go around it. Not really sure if it's worth it because it costs so much to turn. We'll do that, I guess. We can try to get around to make some kind of action. I can't shoot anything, so there's nothing I can do. Okay, come on, guys. At least kill him. 4 hits. I mean, that's all I can hope for. He got all but 1 save. So we did kill him, but we needed every single attack to land to do it. And we lose 1 guy. We just got chewed up by that giant, but we did finally kill him. Here, got a bunch of hits this time. We do get a couple saves, so we're actually still really lucky with these guys. 6 hits, that should probably do it. Yeah. And then for overkill, the crossbows pull out their daggers or whatever, start stabbing away. Alright, not bad. We did get mauled a little bit, but we'll get a magical item. XP is always nice too. So yeah, the Dreadguard came through really well for us there. Without them, we would have been in trouble, I think. Okay, we'll take cash for you. Level up the Dreadguard. Slavers again, discipline. So they're already fearless, so I don't know that we need the discipline, but these aren't really good. I guess this is okay. If we go even more discipline, we're pretty much never going to break. Like the odds of us breaking, we roll this number or less with no modifiers. So right now it's a 9 or less on 2d6 to hold our ground. Yeah, we'll take the discipline, I guess. Let's go cash, and we'll get our replenishment. almost the full strength. Flame Tongue, +1 power. So now if we want to look, so now we have +1 power. We've got the extra discipline. We've got +1 to hit. And then if we charge, of course, our power is going to be even more. So yeah, if we can just increase my attacks some more, that would be what we want to do. Is that Heartseeker? +1 to hit. Exploit weakness. Is that further down? Offensive mastery for the attacks. Yeah, if we can just get more and more attacks, we'll be in good shape. Okay, we've got some free replenishment. And I think, yeah, everybody's max, so we'll just take XP. So we'll have 2 level up here. Crossbows. Damage saves against units' ranged attacks are reduced by 1. Yes, we'll take that. So even though we're not hitting super hard, our armor save, it's a little harder to make against us. And we'll level up our Raptor Knights as well. Max unit size +3. We don't automatically get the guys, but we'll definitely take that. So now we're at 5 of 8. We have an elite fight. We can buy. Then I think we replenish probably, because we're probably going to get wrecked in the elite fight before we fight the first boss. Gundrick Anvilhide. Very, very open. Is that terrain? Okay, that's not really there. Doesn't really matter. Okay, we've got a big open area here to play with. I think this is fine for the crossbows, kind of in the center. We can shoot at whatever. I think I'm gonna let's just go hardcore. Let's just play the right flank here, basically. If I need to, we'll have the Dreadguard cover. Okay, just 3 units. Nope, there's actually 4. There's one hiding in the woods over here. Crossbows, shots incoming. 3 or better save, 2 hits. Okay, we do take a point of damage there. It's one of our Raptor Knights. So what do we got? Dwarf Foreman with Dwarf Warriors. So the leader, 5 defense. He's got Shield Wall. Once per battle, Commander Retinue reroll damage saves until end of turn. That makes them pretty strong. Berserkers, they've got 2 attacks each, so they're kind of dangerous. Veterans, just really high defense. Yeah, Berserkers, not so great. We do have some ranged options, so we can try to kind of whittle them down a little bit. We've got the movement on them. Okay, I want to kind of have them move forward before we take shots because I might get better shots off. So I'm gonna actually move you guys a bit out. I still get in range? No. Okay, we'll need to not turn quite so much. Probably. Kind of go like this. I don't know if we can get into the woods there, though. Because of the reduction when we go in the woods, I'm not sure if that's going to work. So I'm going to turn a little bit more. So we have the option of them, or if anybody else moves up, we might be able to charge. Yeah, we'll do that and kind of cover the side. So potentially we can charge them in the flank if we can't charge them. So we have multiple options. So you are just standing out there. I actually kind of want to kill the Berserkers more than I want to kill you guys. With ranged stuff. These guys are really defensive. These guys are not quite as much, and they can hurt really hard, like really bad in close combat. So I kind of want to whittle them down if I can. But I will go ahead. If I move up a little bit more, we can get 3 shots off. If I can get out to the flank, my movement here too. So we're outside his charge range, inside mine, and I can do 3s this turn with some shots. 5 hits. Well, we kill 3 of them. That's actually pretty good. I'm expecting their armor saves to save a lot more of them. Crossbows. Can just inch up a little bit. Get our 3 shots off on the berserkers, so 7 hits land. Take out 4 of them, very nice. That's a pretty huge reduction in their offensive capability. Just going to engage them at range here. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that very much either. I'm just going to have you go forward a bit. Alright. So I can't get to them because they're blocking. I can charge them directly in the front. You can go for either one, actually. Let's go ahead and charge them in the flank. They can't really do much about it, and once I'm engaged, they can't shoot with the crossbows at them either. And then let's go ahead and hit him in the front too. So that should just crush this unit. Hopefully. Shots at my Dreadguard, 3 hits land. We lose a couple. Let's light up the Berserkers again. 7 more hits land. Good saves this time. We only take out a couple. Don't have any special abilities or anything to activate. I do want to move up to support so that we don't get flanked, because it's a bit too far over. Just to stop him from getting in for flank attacks on me. Okay, that's fine. So we can engage there. It's alright. Alright, leader. Fighting his leader. 2 or better to hit. We get 3 hits. He's got that reroll off, so he used his ability, so he didn't take any damage. 7 hits. With his rerolls, we still kill a couple. 6 hits back on us, 3 or better saves. It's probably would be a draw if we didn't have these guys coming in as well. 8 more hits, very nice. Even with his reroll, we still kill 3 more. Counterattack actually got me, but we make the save. So we win by 3, not by a lot. He makes the save. We did kill a ton of them. So when it comes to charging, I can't actually see. I think, yeah, he can charge me. So let's just go ahead and charge the Berserkers. They'll countercharge. We're out of range here, so we'll just shoot them up, so that's fine. We kill them off, then we can free these guys up to maybe try to deal with the veterans. Shoot. 7 more hits. 4 kills. Pretty good. And I think we immediately turn away. Use our movement to our advantage. It's not really giving me distance though because of the angle. I need to be like going parallel if I move up this way because the 90 degree, it's not really helping that much to get away. Turning all the way around is half my movement. So go out to the side a bit, turn back. So I gain a tiny bit of distance there. But they'll still be able to charge me on their next turn, it looks like. Alright, back on their leader. 3 more hits. This time he saves none. Counterattack, he missed with everything. Very nice. Archers, or cavalry, light cavalry. A few hits in. 5 back at us. We save everything, though. That's great. Alright, this should finish you off. 6 more hits. No, we made a lot of saves, though. We won by 8, which is crazy. So there's no way he was going to hold there, because we just did so much more damage. So here, these guys do have 2 dice each, so they're going to be kind of rough. We get 7 hits, though. 4 of them, they're all dead. So 4 hits back at us. We save most. Very nice. Heavy armor coming through for us. But now, I can't really do much. My crossbows are going to get charged. Looking the wrong way to do anything here. He's going to charge me, so I might as well charge with my crossbows. There's no stand and shoot response to being charged if you're archers, so you might as well just charge in yourself. Alright, let's bring you around so that if this fight continues, you just have a rear, unobstructed rear charge. Oh, I forgot about those guys over there. I forgot there's a whole unit over here. Alright, we get a few hits. We do lose 1 guy. We weren't facing them to make a charge on them with anything anyway, so let's bring you around. We can get you in, we can still get his shots. Five or better. 4 or better in the woods. Give it a shot. We only get 1 hit land, and it saves. Disappointing. Alright, let's see what we can do up here. These guys are veterans, and we are not really designed for close combat fighting. 4 better to hit. We get 5. That's not terrible. He saves most of them, so we do just kill 1 guy. 4 hits back. Lose a couple. Probably going to hold. Yeah, barely held on there. But all we've got to do is hold on long enough for the Dread Guard to charge them in the rear, and they're just doomed. So you're screwed. By the way, it's a front charge. Let's have the Raptor Knights do it. And then I can't get in here as well. So yeah, these guys are completely surrounded here. Just going to get absolutely wrecked. Up here, the charge should carry the day, or at least do a good amount of damage. If it doesn't, we'll position these guys to get a flank off. Don't think... I mean, maybe I can get a rear... Yeah, I can't get through there. If we go more of an angle up... Will it let me through? No, won't let me through. I think we're too wide to get in there. So I'm just going to come up like a point-blank flank shot here. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Kind of freaked out. Yeah, that's good. Can't shoot. Okay, crossbowmen. Taking the brunt. We do get 5 hits off. Kill a couple. They missed with all their attacks. We got really lucky there. And then halberds from behind. The Dread Guard. 4 hits. 3 more dead. They're all gone. Nice. On the charge. 6 hits. They made a couple saves. 5 attacks back, 3 better save. Oh, we failed a bunch of those. A draw, actually. That's crazy. We get the victory overall, though. Just a matter of time. We did take quite a few losses there with our knights. Alright, leader levels up. I will take more attacks. Retinue there. Bigger unit size. Not terrible. Yeah, let's go unit size. We can immediately grab a couple guys. We'll take cash, cash, and replenishment. Before we go into the final fight, I do want to check out the army. We can adjust how deep we want to have stuff. We've got another option here to buy some stuff. We could actually get a whole other noble with Raptor Knights. That's pretty good. Hard to turn that down. We could change out my retinue for Dreadguard instead. So instead of having my leader with the light cavalry, my leader would be on the ground with another Dreadguard unit. I think this is, it's really hard to turn this down. We'll get a leader and some Raptor Knights, so we've got to take that. For my leader, let's go extra attack. Then, so that must be the new guys we just got. Let's give them Lance and Shield as well. Blowing all of my money. We've got a little bit left if we wanted to do something. I mean, I do think the Banner of Mist is okay. Helps us a little bit against ranged attacks, but I'm going to hold off. And then, yeah, let's replenish, because I've got guys that are down a bit. All right, so this is the new guy we got, Velcor Dark Marshal. Have some XP. You guys have some XP. My leader, have some XP. These guys have some XP. We're full strength. We can get a level up for them. Nothing really great. I don't really like my options here. I guess we'll take the replenish. These guys get wrecked. We can try to, get back a little bit better. We'll take the XP. You're down one guy, or we can go XP. Let's take the XP. Just one guy. All right, let's take a look at my army, make sure we're set up the way I want. Yeah, see, like this, we don't want 3 deep here necessarily. So there's our new guy. Velcor Dark Marshal also has exploit weakness to start with, so he's kind of a slightly weaker version of our leader, but he's got a little retinue of 4 Raptor Knights. You guys, I would like to have, a bit more compact. And then here, I'd like to be wider because I want all my crossbows to be able to shoot, potentially. And everybody to actually be able to hit when they land. So I think we'll do that. Even though it's kind of wide, we'll stick with it. We can look at our kills so far. So my leader, 15. The Riders is with 47. The Dreadguard, 16 already. Crossbows, 24. My Knights, 39. Very nice. All right, we'll go into our boss fight here to end the first section, Drazgog. A lot of terrain on my side, just the one there. Let's go crazy with Raptor Knights over here. Just dominate the flank. I think, Dreadguard and crossbows is fine for the center here. We could have you on the flank, check things out, but this is you can't deploy anything here, so there's not really much point in me covering that side. So I think I'm actually going to have you here as well. We can try to wheel or position depending on how things go. He's got a giant. That's not awesome. Let's jump in here and see what we got. A giant. Awesome. Orc brutes. So these guys have heavy armor and great weapons, so they hit really, really hard. We've got the war chief himself with some orc warriors. Nothing too special. And you've got Warcry, extra power, and Flame Tongue, so extra power. Over here we've got a bunch of warriors, and then a chariot. So the chariot's the most dangerous thing over here. Everything else I'm not super concerned about. We don't have a lot of ranged options here, except for the crossbows I've got. Yeah, the giant is a concern. One that I'm not super happy about. Okay, your defense is 5, defense 5 also here for you, 4 for the regular guys. So if we shoot crossbows, we probably want to hit these guys. Over here, crossbows, we'll just pick on whoever if we can't hit the chariot. If I can kill the chariot at range, that'd be great, but I don't think we'll have a chance. I could try... What's your movement, roughly? Probably to about there. Yeah, let's hope the chariot moves up, and then I maybe try to light up the chariot with the crossbows and take it out, but I don't think we're going to do enough damage. So here, I'm going to activate you first, because you're slightly expendable in my mind. Let's watch charge range. Probably don't want to go quite that far. Let's just go up to like here-ish. Okay, chariot rushed in. Activate. 4 better, shouldn't I be? Yeah, if I move up a tiny bit more. There we go. You do have 5 wounds. Let's see what we can do. 7 hits. Nice. Instantly dead. Killed the chariot before it could do anything. That's fantastic. Just barely, though. He got pretty bad roll for his armor saves. Screen shaken from the giant there. I'd kind of like him to move out before I do anything, but I will bring you up. Actually, let's get you over a little bit. Both of them have lances, so we can do pretty good damage to really tough targets. I might even send them in as a priority and save the character, because the character himself only has a power 4 and doesn't have a lance. Yeah, so we could charge them in there. Okay, come on up. I don't really need to get that close. We'll move a little bit closer for the better shot. Hit the brutes. 8 hits. Only take out a couple, though. Disappointing. Nope, they're shifting over. Are pretty quick, but I don't want to move up too much. Okay. So for charges, I think we're out. So what I want to do, let's have the bigger group charge you. Okay, so you're going to countercharge. I'll have you swing over and charge them. I can intercept, actually. We've got the movement. I'm surprised we can get through there and intercept. We'd stop him from getting in. That's really... I think we have to do that. That's an amazing way to kill off that giant right away. I'm actually surprised that is going to let us do that. Because we're out of range for him to do anything to us. And we can just kind of sneak through there and hammer the giant down before he can really respond with anybody else. Okay, I'm going to use my ability. And now they're both coming this way. Hit them, they're closer. Only 6 hits. Only 1 death from that. That's really unfortunate. I am outside of charge range, you're not. So we'll charge there probably, and then we can just kind of mess with them a little bit. So we'll stay put. I could try to back off, but it's not really an ideal position. We're fast enough. I wonder if I could get to the flank. So I'd have to angle a bit more. We go at like a 7. Yeah, I don't have the movement, I don't think. I mean, we can kind of move over or something, but we'll just stop you from being able to do anything, and we'll intercept you. Hope for the best. Alright. So, Valerian, our leader. So many attacks. Wow, we did like 5 damage to my leader alone. Okay. Charge in, 5 hits. Couple saves. I think he's got 1 health left at this point, actually. Couple hits back, no saves. And then our Rangers, 15 hits. Super dead. 1 by 10. Absolutely nuked him for 1 cavalryman. This is going to be a bit more of a nasty fight, though. At least we do have the leader in here. He only gets 1 hit, which is not great, and it's saved. 7 hits, though, with everybody else. Decent chunk of damage. We took out 5. Counterattack, 3 hits. We make 1 save, so we do win the fight. And they break. We wrecked them pretty bad. Only 3 of them left from that engagement. Fortunately, we're now kind of facing weird directions and stuff. Ooh, we can actually get a flank charge from there. That is nasty. Okay, yeah, do that for sure. Oh, but they can countercharge. They're far enough up they can countercharge, so we'll just slam into each other. It's not actually going to be a flank. That's too bad. All right, you guys countercharge. We're too far away for him to charge me there. You guys will respond and deal with this. Although this unit is definitely in the way. Yeah, and then we can just light them up, hopefully. Try to get away. Let's see what we can do. Come on, give me some damage. Only 4 hits? Come on, guys, this is important. You dropped 2 of them. That's pathetic. I don't know that I can get away. I can. We can get outside of their range. But if I turn back... Okay, we're still fine. So if I do it at, like, here... Yeah, see there they can probably get to me. So we want to go a little bit more, then turn. And I think we're dodging the charge there. I think. Okay. Out. Turn in. I don't know if that's far enough up to get a flank off. Fortunately here, this unit is in the way, and I don't think it'll let me move through them. Yeah, it just immediately blocks, which is irritating. I feel like if you run through a unit that's broken, it should just kill them, or you should be able to freely move through them at least, something like that. They get in the way so much sometimes. So I don't really have a good angle to get wide. We'd have to go like way up here, which is just going to burn all my movement, so there's no real point. So I'll just move in as much as I can. Feels like a bit of a waste, and we will shoot them with crossbows, see if we can kill them off. Wow, they made every save. We got 8 hits, they got 8 saves, needing 3 or better. Well, hopefully we got all your good dice rolls out of the way there. Nope, you only got 3 hits on us. He needs 4s or better, so only 50% chance because we've got a much better skill. 5+ save, we do get 1. Come on, guys. 9 hits back, excellent. Kill 5. That should scare him a little bit. Hey, they broke. That was actually pretty easy. Alright. My secondary leader versus your actual leader. Only 1 hit. Makes a save. Counterattack, 1 hit. 6 or better to save. Hey, we'll make a save. Just kind of trade back and forth. And we'll let our units go at each other. So the knights, 3 hits. 3 saves. That's disappointing. Only a couple hits back. Come on. Save. Yeah, we saved 1. We lost by 1. Do hold on. Okay, so I don't think he can charge me, but we might as well just charge these guys in the flank. I might be able to shoot them, but I can't really do much of anything else. And you can get in the flank. Excellent. You cannot do anything, so yeah, I think we're good. So we got a nice flank charge. These Dreadguard actually have been doing pretty good work for us here. So crossbows, let's move up. Turn. Then shoot them in the back. 8 more hits. 4 deaths. We can freely shoot them, but if we engage them in close combat, there's a chance that they'll rally at the end of the fight. Guys, just want to move up into a flanking position. Back. And we can't see anything. It's fine, whatever. We could probably position it to like shoot them some more, but like, what's the point? Okay. Fighting the leader again. 1 more hit. He doesn't save this time. His counterattack, 2 hits on me. He eats both of them. Knights, 5 hits this time. Kill a couple. Counterattack, only 2 hits. We get our saves, nice. So we're already, I think, probably a draw there, if not a winning. Then you guys, 8 more hits. That's 5 more deaths, 1 little counterattack. We make the save. We win by 7. You're probably broken. Yeah, he needed to roll Snake Eyes there to hold on. So your last unit over here, 7 hits. Fantastic. Couple counterattacks. And we lose a couple. So we do win overall, but not super decisive, but he broke. Nice. Yeah, I think a lot of the other elf factions have a lot of rerolls, whereas this faction seems like they're just very skilled. And they look like they've got really heavy armor, but they don't actually have that good of armor. So that's something to kind of keep in mind, I think, with a faction. This is the first time I'm playing as them, so we'll see how it goes. All right, we'll take some cash. We've got our new hero we can level up. Let's give you an attack. Retinue. Yeah, I'll give you skill. Sounds good to me. Let's go cash. Down a little bit. Let's take the cash, though. Crossbows. We actually didn't lose any crossbows. Reroll ones on ranged attack rolls. Yeah, we can do that. Make these guys really, really strong. And then our Raptor Knights, we're only down a little bit. We could go size again, but I'm not even at full strength here. Skill up, I think, is worth it. So let's do that. And we'll go max strength. I like how you guys level up and get stronger in this game a lot when you play this mode. The ability to improve over time, pick up skills like your heroes and for your units is really cool. I really enjoy that. So I think this is fine. You guys are kind of trashed. Well, you're only down 3. It's just your very small units here. You're down 1. This is fine. This is fine. So now the main heavy hitters are you guys, then you just need a little bit more size, and then really good at killing big targets, some range damage. We don't have any artillery or anything, so that would be something to kind of look at. So we'll go ahead and call it here, and we'll come back next time and do this section of the map. And again, I always want to hit this before the final boss, so we'll stick to, looks like we have to go this route then. So if we go this way, there is an elite fight and then a recovery before the final. That's a little risky, but it's not terrible. We've got an event and a buy and a rest after, so I think we'll be okay. But yeah, this has been more of SOVL playing as, is it the Duskborn Elves? It's Darkborn Elves, I think, something like that. It's basically Darkborn Elves. They're dark elves from Warhammer Fantasy. Anyway, this has been more SOVL. We'll come back next time and do the second part of this. Hopefully I'll see you again in the next one. Until then, have a good one.